Hi, I'm Stephanie and this is my home, the 16th century Chateau de Lalande. Lalande was owned for hundreds of years by a family of marquises who were at the heart of French royal life. One of them even had the honour of being sent by King Louis XV to greet Marie Antoinette on her arrival in France. But, far from being a stuffy museum, this chateau is a living home. I live here all the time and am regularly joined by my mother, my family, my friends, and wonderful volunteers from all over the world who help me to lovingly restore this historic home. Welcome to Lalande, a chateau filled with life, love, and laughter. Morning everyone, it is the most beautiful day at Lalande, and as you can see, I'm in my work clothes because today Philip and I are going to try to tackle the tiles that need cleaning. I'm giving it a shot anyway. We'll see how it goes. And there are so many other things going on in the house today. I cannot wait to get downstairs and run around and see what's happening. There are les bâtisseurs du Berry. They're specialists in restoration of patrimoine ancien. That's historical buildings. It's a great van. They've got everything organised in there. Wow. Look at what they have done on the terrace. I was woken by quite a lot of banging this morning, which actually is dulcet tones to me. I mean, I can't think of anything I'd rather be woken by than building work. Look at this, they're going to be repairing the old stone guttering that's going to be going all the way out so that the rainwater goes off the terrace. This is very exciting. And meanwhile, on the other side of the house, Dan! Oh, yeah! Dan, this is a beautiful site.
Thank you. I'm going to clean it out ready for getting back up and running, yeah.
Well, this is it. It's properly spring, summer beginning.
There's a lot of corners falling off.
Oh dear. How bad? Basically, that base stone is a different stone from the fountain itself. And it was done by a stonemason who was assured that it would be fine in water. And every year we have this problem. So I think we're going to need to get that little piece repaired. Oh, well, thanks for doing this. This is fantastic.
That's all right. Is there normally some stops?
Yes, stoppers.
I'll have to have a look for them.
We actually can just use corks, or sometimes we get the ones in the supermarket, you know, the big round plastic ones that fit on anything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because the weight of the water holds it in place, no problem.
Yeah. Will do.
I've just been chatting to the French builders and they told me that they had to redo a lot more of the wall because as they were fixing it, a whole section collapsed, which is just what we feared. We knew that it was going to go any minute, and removing some parts did cause a collapse. But look at this, I'm amazed. They've rebuilt the entire wall. It's not finished yet, obviously, they're in the middle of it. But the extraordinary thing is because they put exactly the same stones back and they're using the right mortar, it doesn't look brand new. And they've just kept the shape of it perfectly around the corner as well. It's amazing, it's safe, it's been saved, and it looks as it did before. I'm very happy with it.
It's just a straight edge, which is incredible.
Yeah, a straight edge. We've never seen a straight edge on this corner. That's a beautiful job. So now let's go and see how they're getting on up at the top for the gutters. This is the back of the little guttering that goes out, and we need to put a slope this way on the terrace. Obviously the problem is that it was several inches above the floor of the terrace, so the water just couldn't get to it, and the water was just seeping into the terrace. We think that in the past there must have been paving. I've never known paving here. And I spoke to the previous owners and they couldn't remember paving here as a child, but we think that in the previous generation there must have been, because the water, I mean, it's been over 100 years that it hasn't been able to get out. So putting paving in is going to really help this terrace a lot. But as it is, you can see they brought lots of soil in and they are going to be making a nice slope so that it does go out whilst we wait for the paving. And here, they're going to use cobbles to continue the stone guttering all the way along here and out of this hole. That will take all of the rainwater from the roof. and that will take all of the water from the terrace. Very, very exciting. It's a lovely job. There'll still be a lot of work to do to the terrace in future. The stairs are all over the place, but they were less important than the structure of the terrace itself. Here, the wall is still leaning forward enormously, so I'm going to speak to them about maybe looking at this next. I've just chatted to them, and it's really funny because the wall's always been like that, but we didn't really notice it because the rest of the wall was so bad. But now that the rest of the wall is starting to be straight, that bit really is noticeable, and so they're going to give us a quote for doing that. And then we'll just do it in phases. It's not an emergency anymore. The part that was structural has now been repaired, and now they're doing all of the important work so that the water doesn't continue to cause water damage. But I think that we must look at just finishing the terrace little bit by little bit in the coming couple of years, perhaps. The ideal, of course, would be to get the stairs redone and leveled. Let's just have a quick look at how ridiculously unlevel they are. Every single step is going off at a different angle. So I'm standing on a step which is pushing me this way because it's not flat, and then you can see how bad some of these are. This wall looks as though it's going to fall over and has definitely got worse this winter. We couldn't see straight through it before. I mean, this is ridiculous now. Look how bad that is. So I think I will also ask for a quote for this. We won't be able to do this for quite a while, but it's good to get the quotes in and just start planning for the future. Saying the water just goes everywhere. And yes, we'll hear the stone just...
Oh.
Mais ça c'est vraiment empiré cet hiver. Oui, it says one day we're going to wake up and that wall will be on the floor. Oh là là.
Oh.
Ça fait peur.
Vous voyez?
Oui.
Non, là,
Did you see that?
Yes.
Oui, alors si je pourrais avoir un devis pour
ouais,
ça.
je lui dirai, mais je vais l'appeler à midi. Je vais lui dire.
Merci beaucoup.
When could they do the works?
Sorry?
When could they do the works?
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see what the quote is as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to last much longer. Mais bon, au moins cette partie ne va pas tomber maintenant.
Non, celle-là, maintenant, elle est reprise.
Oui. Mais merci à tout à l'heure. The time has come, Philip. We're going to tackle the tiles. We're going to do it.
Okay.
We're going to do it. That's why we're dressed like this. You haven't seen Philip yet. Let me show you Philip's amazing outfit.
I feel a little bit like the Michelin Man.
You're ready for action. Got your action beanie on. Right, let's go. I located the pressure washer immediately. That's weird.
that because-
It takes ages to find anything in this house. You have a pressure washer.
Is that because Dan used it to clean the fountain?
Yeah, I think so. Right. We're going to need a long extension lead. Where do we bring the tiles to? Over here? Because here we've got water there and we've got power there.
Sounds good.
So it's just annoying to have to carry them all this way. Okay, let's bring the tiles here and then get started. Just all of these. You should see Philip's face. Okay, it means business. I'm putting my hair up.
Right.
We might need gloves. So I reckon we go to the greenhouse and find some of Mummy's gardening gloves.
Okay.
No one tell Mummy. The theft of gloves about to begin. It's so neat in here. Mummy will be so happy to see everything like this. You know what? I'm so happy I'm going to eat a lettuce leaf.
More asparagus, look.
Oh, whoa! No way. Well, that's lunch sorted in about 3 days' time. You can have some asparagus as well.
Thank you. Well, let's get on with the glove heist.
Lettuce was really good. I love this. This is chervil, one of my favourite herbs.
Do we have coriander in here?
Yes?
Because it smells like it.
I think this is coriander. Let me just check.
Right. It's my least favourite herb. But I'm trying.
Okay, gloves. I don't want to use anything too fancy, but I do think matching would be good. Something like this.
Sure.
And we need some that are big enough for you.
At the back?
No, they're tiny, but they'll probably fit me. So do you want these?
Sure.
I think they're slightly bigger, and I'll go for these. Let's get those tiles. They won't know what's hit them. All 5 that we managed to do. No, we're going to do this. We're going to do this.
I think there's also 1 or 2 in the attic that I found.
Of the same sort?
I think so.
That would be amazing, because like we're pretty tight on the amount that we've got. So yeah, if you found some more, bring them down.
Have a little look.
We've got to go up anyway later to see Ian.
Oh, good.
it's good to see that Sprout's helping with the sowing of the seeds in the greenhouse.
Yes, that's why I put him there.
Nice. Look at that. That's ready to be eaten, isn't it?
I have to wash it first.
You have to wash it first.
There's literally a tap there.
I think that the water coming out of that tap, which is the one coming through the old metal pipes, goodness knows what they're made of. The pipes in the chateau are all new. We did all the plumbing when we moved in, but I'm not touching the garden water for drinking. Yes.
Lovely manure. Is it good? Good.
You'll be too fastidious for one. Do you want one?
No, thank you.
I knew it. That's so good. Can we put this in the compost bin?
Possibly. I think so.
We haven't had our compost bin opening party. That'll be later. We'll be sneaking it in. We'll do it. I feel naughty.
You are.
Someone's already put compost in without there being a party. Look at this.
And in the next one.
Here we go. That's my first bit of compost. That felt good. Felt
Good.
right. Good morning, Selma.
I see your working outfit.
Right.
Is everything all right?
Yes. I need Ruby. I need Diesel. Everyone to the tiles. No.
How do you get the tiles?
No movement. We're going
going
to
to,
try and clean them, yeah.
Okay.
So we're setting up the pressure washer over there. I'm not sure we've got an extension lead long enough to get here. We have? We should do it over here then, shouldn't we? There's no point in carting them all.
No.
But shouldn't we put the tiles here? Because you've got the drain there. Otherwise you're going to make a big mess there with all the mud.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It makes a lot more sense. Okay, we have to carry them a bit further, but the water will go there. Okay, and it's easier here because we can reach the electricity much more easily.
Get the car, you put them in there.
Oh, the wheelbarrow. Brilliant idea. By the way, I just put my first bit of compost in the compost bin.
I missed that.
I know it was the green part of a radish.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
it's gone in. Oh, I think it's already composting as we speak. Whereabouts is the wheelbarrow?
I think it's in the car.
Probably in the corner shed. I'll go and get it. Here it is. I didn't have so far to go. Right. Let's grab that. I'm definitely going to need two hands for this. Right, the filming will have to pause. We've decided that really, in order to get the wheelbarrow in and out, we need to move this massage table.
Two of us?
Yeah, I think maybe. Oh, that is quite heavy. With one hand. Okie dokie. Right, let's fill up with tiles. Oh, this is a really good one. That's a very nice one.
Yeah, at some point the roosters were
The chickens especially like this one. I think I might put this outside rather than inside.
The roosters were sitting on the... They're sitting everywhere.
I'll stop filming and I'll give you a hand.
Thanks. How many more do you reckon can go in there and I'll still be able to lift it? Gleefully piling it up.
Just last two?
Okay. Perfect. Right, test set has arrived. The men have set up the pressure washer. There is nothing to stop us now. Matt will be so happy to realise he's got you and me on his team, Philip. I mean, what builder wouldn't want that, right? This is the moment I've been waiting for. I haven't been waiting for this moment. I think it's still too slow to get it off. It's actually not coming off easily, so we're going to wet them all first, let it soak in a bit, try going over them again, and I'll also turn one over so that we can see the front
You
when
think
it's
it is
clean.
maybe more?
I think that's the one you need.
Oh, is that a different
That's
power one?
Try.
Yeah, let's give that a shot.
It's like a car.
Is this what it's supposed? Is it the gentle one? Fit for humans after your shoes, I like, yeah. Seems like a. Can you deal with that one at all?
I don't think so.
I don't think that's the right one.
I think it's blocked. That's why it's probably...
It's just sort of like a little gentle...
I've used one like that before and it's usually really nice. So I'm not sure.
I'll go back to the other one in the meantime.
Then maybe I put some air on it.
Yeah, see if that had a blockage in it.
Look, Ian's arrived. Ian! Oh.
Excellent! It's all happening. I also want to see how the front looks of one of these, don't you? Hello, Ian!
When you've done this side, I'll turn it round and you can do the other side.
If you're not careful, I'll do you. Hoosing down the builders. Part 1.
In summer, that must be really nice.
Really nice. Yeah, Jerry and I cleaned the carriage and the water's going everywhere and it was lovely. It was such a hot day. This is not really working ideally. So now we're thinking maybe they'll need a longer soak. So we're going to get the big barrel-y thing we've got. Put them in the big barrel-y thing with water, let them soak for a while. Someone very helpfully suggested that in the comments. So thank you to whoever suggested that. We're going to give it a shot. But I want to see how the top comes up clean. Isn't that a beautiful tile? That old cement tiles. Absolutely beautiful. It's going to look amazing.
Yeah, that's going to look really good.
Right, I think it was in here last time I saw it. It's really heavy, we'll have to roll it out. The great thing is we can put it here. We don't need to carry the tiles as far. Right. I can't. Oh, there it is. Just behind the B-days. It's been B-dayed in. So we've got a few things to move so that we can roll this out.
Okay.
What a day! What a day! I don't know if Philip's loving today as much as I am.
Why? There's beautiful tiles.
Also messing around with water on a nice day. What's not to love?
I would find a builder did that and sack him right now.
Absolutely. What builder would B-day in a perfectly good thing whose name I don't know?
No, it's a roundy thingy.
Yeah, the roundy thingy.
Yes.
Okay, well let's B-day it out.
Well, we'll do that. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll make light work of it.
Oh, you didn't.
I did.
Oh, Philip's happy. He's going to be happy the rest of the day remembering this
I think
moment.
it's important that the mood is very light-hearted. So.
Does that mean you're taking that one?
I like the things.
No, why not?
No, I'll take this one. It's nice and light. Have a B-day.
What are all these for, Stephanie?
Ah,
They're
they're
brass. Are they
lovely
stair rods?
brass stair rods, yes, which I will use.
Yeah.
They came from my parents' home and I will use them all on the main stairs. It's not phase 1 of the project.
No.
But they are beautiful stair rods and we have enough to go up all of the first floor, which is really exciting. They're good width. Excellent.
Bid day goodbye.
Oh my goodness, it's fantastic today.
Super.
I wonder why we're keeping all of these. I think maybe some can go.
But I know Philippe does have a passion for China. So.
Right, we're getting pretty close to being able to roll this out. Look, this is the old guttering from the chapel, which was completely rotten and off already when we bought. But look, wasn't it beautiful? It's
really nicely made.
Beautiful guttering you've seen. So, well, we kept it because if we ever have any remade, at least we know what was there originally. Stunning guttering. All right.
There you go.
I like that shelf. What a beautiful bathroom shelf.
Remember where they came from?
Well, that we can definitely reuse. I think the toilets can go. No point in putting them back in.
Some of those basins are a bit old.
Yeah, the basins I don't think are really stylish. I think they can go too. Philip kept one in here because this really is a beautiful one. Don't know if you can really see that from here, but with the taps changed, obviously, the basin itself is rather lovely.
I like the thing in the middle.
I know, it's really cool, isn't it? So I think that's worth restoring and keeping. But the more modern ones outside, no. This is it. Oh, you've hit the stair rods.
came back to pick up my remorque
I
earlier
cleaned up
and found it had been Selmod.
Oh no, Selma, you've been filling up his trailer.
I thought, oh, that's nice of Ian to let it stay, and we can get a.
Fill it up again. Do you know what? Mummy would give you a gold star for that.
Yeah, Mummy likes filling up my
I
trailer.
cleaned up now by the workshop.
Well, there's a lot of sinks that can go.
It's spring.
Let's get rid of them.
Clean.
I agree.
Yeah.
Getting this out, everything can go.
I think we should keep both the B-days
Yes.
because I think we have matching of both. So
It doesn't. I think only the nice one.
only the nice one.
Only the middle one, and that lovely shelf, which is lovely.
The rest can go.
And the nice sink that's just around the corner. Literally everything else can go. Okay, exciting as it is to talk about the loos, let's fill this baby up with Diesel keeping a watchful eye on us, and the roosters actually. Oh, and Gillian and Sif. Just Thor missing.
My doctor advised me, because of my pale skin, I should work in the shade.
What a day. I mean, Thor looks impressed. Are you laughing on the inside, Thor?
Very much so.
I live in a madhouse.
You do?
I do.
That's why we call it La La Land.
La La Land. I tried these again just now. It did come off a little bit easier just because there'd been a little bit of water on them earlier.
Yeah.
So the soaking, I think, will help a lot.
I think as long as you stack them in there so they're face to face and back to back, because obviously you don't want to damage these with the grit.
Oh, okay. Didn't think of that.
Just lay enough on the floor to make it over a square metre as
Yes.
close as possible.
Yeah.
We'll measure the room and then we know it's
How many tiles we need, and then we can count how many there are in one of our stacks, and we know how many we've cleaned. Okay, this is good. We can be working out our quantities at the same time.
You're going to possibly end up with 3 times as many.
I don't know. I think it's pretty tight, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
Careful your feet. Nice.
That's a good place.
Yeah, it's an excellent place for it. Don't know why we didn't think of that in the first place.
16 octagonals per square metre.
Okay.
House.
Okay.
16.
16 per square metre.
16 per square metre. And how many little square
then
ones?
plus the indices, so that'll be 11 out of 2 per tile.
So 16 per square metre is quite a lot. 240 tiles. Your maths is good. Look at that mental arithmetic. I wouldn't have had it. I do have any tiles we need to
I did. I was the only class I went to school.
This old book, I always kept it because it's so nice with all the old materials.
Yes.
So this
The
what
old
you're
magazine.
doing now.
Oh, whoa. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Selma. That makes me feel a lot better about the amount we've got to clean.
Yeah, so I thought maybe some.
We only need 240 big ones.
He
Wow.
does it every day.
What a job.
So here's
What
also a
work.
nice picture.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, yes, what we've got to do isn't so bad now. Thank you for giving me perspective.
Yeah, oh, it's a beautiful book.
Natty looks surprised.
I just came from the supermarket and I found you here.
It's actually going a lot faster than I thought. We've cleared quite a few. We're soaking them.
Yeah.
And then we can leave them in here a day or two and then give it another shot. See
Great.
how far we get. But it's actually quite good fun. Come and have a look. We've cleared quite a few.
Ooh. A lot of poo.
So much poo.
We should call Poo Man again.
And we've got a good system. So I pick up here, Philip puts them in the wheelbarrow. We've got a good system going. But that's going to get harder and harder as we get further and further down that way. The moment is good. Ian has calculated that we need 243 tiles.
Seems like a lot.
16 per square metre. 16.
I don't know.
We're going to lay them out. I think he's probably right, but we'll lay them out and check.
Oh,
And
it
that
could
means-
be. No, I think you might be right. If that's 25, then you need 4 by 4, so it's 16.
Yeah. But it's great because we're clearing this area now, and we had to get the big barrel-y thing out, and so we cleared loads of old sinks and bidets, and they're all going to the rubbish dump. So we're
Great.
clearing 2 areas today as well. I think we've got enough there.
Yeah.
Don't do that load. Thanks for that. I think we've got 120 of the big ones in, and we need 120 of the little ones, and then we're halfway.
I think the little ones will be way easier and faster because they're so small.
Yeah, I think so. And we've left space. Let's see if we can fit 120 in there. It's actually gone so much faster than I thought.
Good.
Should we do this more often?
I mean, do you have more beautiful old tiles?
Only terracotta ones. These are the only ones that were at the chateau when we bought, except for the terracotta that was in the attic that we moved down. But as in, these were already stored in the outbuildings when we arrived.
I think these are beautiful.
Yeah, I think they're in caustic cement tiles.
So
I'm
how
guessing.
are this made?
I'm going to look it up. I'm guessing 19th century, but from looking at them, because on some it appears completely flat, like this one.
Yeah.
But then on others, you can see it's not. You can see there's an edge. So I'm wondering if there's a tile like this that they put inside the centre of a mould and then pour other cement around. What do you think?
That could be it. Yeah.
Because it does seem
about
to
right.
be through the centre of it. See, this one as well looks a little raised in the centre. But I'm going to go and look up how encaustic tiles were made.
It's going to be beautiful.
It is, isn't it? Isn't it? It's going to be
Can't wait.
amazing. And can you imagine the beautiful china that we'll have in that room? I am a little scared of having this flooring with beautiful china.
say. I was like, I hope they never meet.
Never shall the two meet. Yeah, we're going to have to be very careful in there. Also, I just love the fact that we're using something that was already here.
I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
I love these. I think they're really beautiful. And I think this will be perhaps the most beautiful floor in the chateau. That probably tied with the beautiful herringbone flooring that's upstairs.
You like the herringbone. I love the huge flagstone stones of the back kitchen corridor.
Oh no, I don't like those.
I love
I mean,
them.
they're original. I would never do anything to them.
Yeah.
But
They're too rustic for you. You don't do
Yeah, a
rustic.
little bit, no.
Because I love our terracotta floors and our solid stone floors.
you probably love the staircase as well.
Yeah, I do. Massive granite blocks.
I'm going to take that out.
You would totally replace that with a wooden one.
By the way, do you want to join me inside again?
Oh, thank you so much, Philip. Not every day I get an offer like that.
Because I thought the door that we just moved.
These ones, these frames.
Those ones, yes.
Yeah.
The door frames. When I was looking through the old plans,
Yeah.
there are all the plans for those doors as well. So they're from the 19th century.
Yes.
However, they're in here doing nothing, and as we'll be making new apartments, and we're gonna.
Oh, you're thinking for Natty's apartment.
Exactly.
She's only got one internal door, but that will be the bathroom door.
That's what I mean.
It's a really good idea because
And
it
then-
also will let light
That's
then.
what I was going to say, because it's got one window in the bathroom.
Yeah, there's a window in
and
the
that would be
bathroom.
a bit more light from that side.
And then we're using something that's original to the chateau again
Yeah, and I think
and
that,
clearing the space.
exactly. And I think there might be the doors either here or upstairs or
Yeah.
there.
Well, as you can see from looking around, we didn't throw anything out when we were doing the first renovations
Good.
because we didn't know what we'd need in the next phase. So I
Did you
agree.
take those out? Or?
We had to take them out to put in the bathrooms upstairs, the little en suites and everything. We remodeled a little bit. I think that we can certainly use one in Natty's, and when eventually we do Scottman's apartment, the other one could look good in there.
Sounds good. Just needs some new gloves, I think, and a bit of a clean.
Oh, just brush that off, they'll be fine. Here comes Philip with our first load of the little tiles. There's quite a lot. There's more than I thought in there, so I think we might be all right after all.
There's more in there as well.
So many more, yeah. They were sort of hidden underneath some other things, so there's really a lot of them.
Ooh, can I show you two things? Wait.
Yeah, sure.
So look, some of them have green paint on them.
So that gives us a bit of a clue as to...
I was wondering.
No, that paint, we painted that colour.
Oh, it was red originally.
Yes, it was originally red, so that's not from us.
Green.
So we know that somewhere in this chateau there was green. I don't know where this floor originally was. I asked the Marquis and he didn't know either. He'd always known it's stored like this.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got no clue.
No, but it's always fun, isn't it, to find little glimpses of history.
Because it's quite clearly green, right?
Very clearly green, yes, and on more than one tile.
Well, let's hope it's not too hard to get off.
Well, it's only on a couple. I think we're probably okay. And do you know what? If there's the odd one with a bit of green
That's
left
true.
from the previous restoration, I don't think I'm going to mind.
Let's try and put it onto the back.
Yeah, at the back. A little sort of, oh, would you like to come and visit the little splash of green?
Like the one tile in the Grand Salon that has a paw print.
I know, I love that one. It's my
It's really
favourite
sweet,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we also found a couple of these.
Yes, which are exactly the same size, same colour, but half the depth. I suspect that before it was taken up, the floor was repaired.
Right.
And that was the closest match they could find.
Because at the back, look, I'm trying to get rid of it. It has writing
Well, let's
on
try
it.
cleaning that one. We could try putting the cachet on it and seeing if we can see a maker's mark.
It says France, I think.
Yeah, let's check. But I suspect that's from a later repair of the floor.
But at least might give us a clue of when the floor was actually down.
Yes. He wants to go with you. Meanwhile, we are getting there.
Look. Like, that looks white.
Yeah, the
one's
colours
black.
look different. It's bizarre. I don't know what's going on. Is there a pattern within a pattern?
I don't know.
Most of them are this colour.
Yeah.
The vast majority of that.
Could this just be the same one, but that one's just not dirty?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
That's dirty.
Seems unlikely, but maybe we'll discover when they've been soaking. Things that make you go, We have over 120 of both the big ones and the little ones, so this is half. We're going to try out this method on half. We're going to fill it up with water. And I just wanted to show you, we found a lot of these in there as well. There's too much merriment in this house.
It's the boiler soap. It's the boiler soap.
Brings on joy. Look, they had all the side pieces. We've got hundreds of these
Yes.
hundreds.
Well,
We've got a few of these side
yeah, well,
pieces.
they'll be-
Enough, I think, to do it all.
They're for the edges, so when
Yeah,
you get to the wall.
all the edges.
You
like
sure
we've
there's
got.
no leak in it?
We're not sure. Bring me solutions, not problems, Salma.
Positive mental attitude.
Yeah, I'm sure, really positive.
We're filling it. Our hard work for the moment is done. And Natty brought fresh bread home. She can have lunch.
That sounds great.
Right? We've deserved it today. I'm being a little bit naughty. I don't usually have wine with lunch, but I think after all the effort of this morning, and it was in the morning as well, I'm feeling quite chuffed. And we have a selection of cheeses. Now, there aren't very many of them, but they are exciting because these two I ordered from Sicily. I thought it might be fun to try completely different types of cheeses. And this one is amazing. It's aged cheese with pepper, but it's so old and powerful. It tastes like a blue cheese, even though it isn't. I'll see if I can find the name. It says it's a formaggio stagionato. Whether that's the name of the cheese or not.
That means that it's cheese that has been there
Old.
for very old.
Standing
cheese.
around for a really long time.
Yeah.
Stationary cheese.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what it means. Exactly.
Stationary cheese with pepper. And this is just chèvre. This is a provolone from Sicily. It's very mild, really good. And this is all that's left of the amazing cheese that you brought back, Philip.
The fenugreek.
Fenugreek cheese from Holland, which I love.
From Maastricht. Well, maybe not the cheese, but I bought it in Maastricht.
Really? Well, I'm just going to... It seems silly to leave this tiny little piece. Finish that off. Have to have another trip to the Netherlands after lockdown.
Just for the cheese.
Just for the cheese. Cheers, and thanks for your help, Philip. It's been a
You're
really,
welcome.
really good morning's work. This has been a super epic day. So I'm actually going to have to split it into over two vlogs. So what you've seen now is part one, and everything that's happened this afternoon, I'll be putting in part two on Tuesday, along with Woodland Watch. But if you don't want to wait that long, on Sunday we will be doing a live from Lalande. Finally, now that we have good 4G, fingers crossed it will work out. We're going to have it at 4:15 in the afternoon, 4:15 French time. So if you'd like to join us, then set up a lovely afternoon tea for yourselves. We're going to do the same here, and then we hope we'll see you there and you can ask me any questions that you like. Maybe see you Sunday. Lots of love from Lalande. A huge thank you to all of our patrons at Lalande who are making this vlog possible, especially our Dauphin and Dauphine of Lalande, Yadel and Ether, Alice Allen, Dan Bander, Wailing Banshee, Brian Barnard, Brandon and John Michael, Cecilia Begum, Denise Behrens, Daniel Banakovic, Jill Bidwell, Candice Blackburn, Candice Ned Borkowski, Clara Butcher, Carolina Calabro, Chloe Chalakani, Lindsay C. Chelton, Stephen Sarah Cole, Zoe Dorks, Jim Demersman and Richard Patternord, Sakura Dennis, Zane Dixon, Jackie Ellison, Nicholas W. Fairfax, Tracy Ferrari, Caroline Förster, Fifi Greenberg, Crystal Hardy, Brenda Harris, Delane Hallbrook, Kim Hasselhoff, David Tong Henderson, Jacqueline Holmes and Ken Bates, Priscilla Hubler, Brian Kelsey and Phil Burnt, Jimmy Kemp, Nadia Kennedy, Lisa LaForge, Dave and Summer Lalande, Morgan Lawley, Victoria Lapine, Janet Huff Lombard, Marina, Frank Martin, Meredith, Robert Miller, Joanne Morton, Kathy Norrie, JC O'Ward, Maureen Palmer, Teresa Sloan, Frank Poposky and James Snow, Tamara Price, Armin Rahman, Tonya Renee, RJB, Bettina Rojek, Hanny Ross, Mary Ryan, Elizabeth Scanlon, Sven Schreiber, Lisa Schultz, Jennifer Shanks, Carl and Laurie Siebert, Patty Suhu, Susan Stevens, and The Leaf House, Sarah Thornton, Colleen Troy, Renee Valelli, Victoria, Jessica Walker, Brandy Walton, Laura Watkins, Lucas Wallen, James Whalen, Cheryl Whitaker, Linda Weiss, Christine Wilson, Winnie de la Coppapoo, Greg Wood, David Young, and Lodovico Zordonazzo. And thank you to all of you.